Alright guys, welcome back to Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2010 on the PlayStation 2. Let's go ahead and start off with the Rocco Mediate Challenge. And I decided, and I know it's been a little bit since we played it, but I decided whether or not I win or lose stuff, we're just gonna keep going down, so I won't necessarily be doing every single thing like I did in 2009. Mostly because it's the same exact game. So, will this go too far? I don't know. Yes. Yes, it will. Okay, after our first shot, I think we're pretty much gonna have to do the same thing. I mean, it's only 90% rough. Come on now. It was showing it going a little bit further like this. Wind is helping. And we had some power that should have been on. Oops, didn't mean to skip it. How did he go out of bounds? I did not mean to skip that. Well, we're pretty much playing the same shot. Where in the hell is the hole? There it is. I was going left hard at the end. Tough to figure how hard to hit that. Ooh, hit a good one. Alright, we need to make it. Oh, that was just dumb of me. Hitting it that low. Oh, he's on his 7th as well. Ooh, what in the world? I win. I won the hole. Oh. Went way right. But actually, I'm playing in a tournament at my course, and it's a 2-day tournament, Saturday, Sunday. Ooh. I'm basically playing. Oh, it went way right. Oh, it's fine. Without a handicap. Oops, didn't mean to skip that. But yeah, so I'm basically almost playing like scratch. But I think most people are, because there's a men's and then there's a senior division. Because there was only there were 20, I think, that signed up. I wanted to go. That's a tough one because the PS2 games, some of them, or actually, the later PS2 games, the early ones, it's super easy to shape a shot, but it's really difficult in. I think it's like anything past 2004. But there's, I think, 12. It's either 9 or 12 in the men's division basically that I'm playing against. And I was put out in the first group, which is basically the group with the better handicaps. And it was a guy, I didn't know him. He had like a 2 handicap or something. I think it was a 2 point something. And then there was me and another guy I had actually played with before. We were both playing without handicaps. AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. But first hole, and we're playing off the whites. So I usually play off the blues with the longest. We're playing off the second longest. So the whites are decently, have a decent amount of distance taken off on some of the holes. Oh yeah, this is a tournament. I don't have to wait for another person. I forgot. Oh. How'd that go? 100. Yeah, that'll work. Ooh. Didn't break as much as I thought, and then it shot past the hole. But, so the first guy went up, and I could tell he's probably early 20s. So he's probably like 7 years younger than me. I'm 28. I forgot how to do power. I forgot it was not the L1 trigger. Whoops. And then the other guy that I played with, that I've played with before, he's probably in his early 40s. Something like that. So, stay in, damn it. So, first hole, par 4. From the white tees, it's, ooh, this one. This rough is yuck. Yeah. I knew we weren't gonna fly all the way there. The first hole is 430 something yards. From the white, it's 467, I think, from where I usually play off. So I didn't hit my drive good on the range really at all. I've been struggling with it because I was trying to change a few things. And I've changed it back to where I was. So tomorrow I should be hitting decent again. So first hole, I hit a 4 hybrid. Middle of the fairway. It was a little short. I hit it a little bit off the toe. But the first guy, he hit it right, OB. So he had to hit another one. His 4th one was fairway. Or his 3rd one was fairway. The other guy, same thing, OB. He had to hit another one. His next one, I think his next one was right rough. Can't quite remember. Oh, look at that. Ugh. It like hit the hole and dipped a little bit left. So weird. But anyway, hold on one sec. Trying to clear my nose up a little bit. My allergies are, after being outside for so long, they're kicking me a little bit. But, anyway. I had 170 something, I think. So I hit a small, I choked down on my 7-iron and kind of hit a 3/4, shot just to try to keep it in play and make sure I don't draw it too much. I don't pull it, or and stuff like that. And so I hit it decent. No, I hit it off the toe. So my first two shots I hit off the toe. It stayed on the green, or it was on the green though, just really short and right. So, but it was on the green. It was probably 35, I want to say 35 foot, maybe closer to 40. Breaking a little bit left, you know, I'm thinking, all right, just get this foot or two away, you know, don't make a mess of the first hole. And what happens? It goes in. Birdie on the first. And I've never birdied the first, and in fact the first hole is usually one that I bogey it probably 90% of the time. Just because I'm, you know, even if I'm in the fairway, oh wow, that was that short. Even if I'm in the fairway, I'm close to 200 yards. I'm like 190 out or something like that. And so I'll draw it left or something like that and just be in the rough or the bunker on the left side of the green. Not this time. I forgot we had spin, and apparently I forgot also we don't have a lot of spin. Basically, we don't have spin. Ugh. Is that going to be enough? Probably not. Wow, it was looking like it was a massive breaker, but it only broke. Are you kidding me? None of the putts are really breaking. Thank you. So I was thinking, alright, I start off -1. And I'm thinking it can only get worse. Second hole, shorter one. It's about 315 from the whites. It's only 320 from the blues. It's only a few yards difference. I take my 4 hybrid again. Right there, middle of the fairway. I'm about 115 out. A little less than 115, but I hit my 4 hybrid again. And I hit it off the toe again. But again, middle of the fairway. So I'm taking, you know, just a choke down sand wedge. It's a little bit downhill. And for some reason, I just pushed the hell out of it. Super easy shot. One that all year I've been just dialed in on. You know, my sand wedge. Are you kidding me? It was going left and I really didn't move it. How did it miss to the right? Man, this game kind of sucks. But I pushed it into the right rough, you know, green side rough or whatever, but actually hit a decent chip to about 3 feet. And I'm like, alright, just make this. I wanna, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I didn't want to hit it full, but you take the chance when you don't hit a full shot of hitting one extremely short. Jesus, man. The greens make absolutely no sense. They're either breaking none, or the ones that are breaking. The one hole it broke the opposite way. Make your mind up. But that shot just, or that putt I had, it was only about 3 foot. but it was breaking a lot more than I thought. So I just missed it. I had literally I had less than a foot left, and just rushed it, tapped it, and it missed because of the break. And I'm just thinking, you have got to be kidding me. I just double bogeyed from 115, less than 115 yards on a hole that I birdie a lot. Like on average, that hole I birdie at least half the time. And I just doubled it from the fairway from less than 115. I can't believe it. After birdieing a hole I bogey 90% of the time. So I'm like, alright, let's shake it off. You know, I'm tied with one of the two handicapper after that. So I'm like, you know, I know I need to be playing against myself and not them, but it's kind of hard to do that when you know their handicaps and all that. So I'm thinking the guy with the two handicaps, the one I got to beat. So the third hole is a shorter par 3. And again, it's even shorter because we're playing from a lesser tee. And it's 135 to the front. That's where the pin is on today. So I'm like, alright. I can't hit my wedge. A full wedge for me goes about 150. I can't hit a gap wedge. A full one of those goes about 140. You know, it's going to be too far, and it's downhill, so I'm looking to play at only about 130. 130 to the hole. And I never play the white tees, so I'm not sure how much to take off of this shot, you know, where to play it at. That something happened with that. That was weird. Oh, we need to birdie this to tie first, eagle it to outright win, but with the wind in our face, I doubt we're gonna eagle it. Yeah, we can't even, well, we can make it, but again, gotta get lucky with the putt. Oh god. We barely made that. Ooh, actually almost made it. So if we can make this. Tie. Oh yeah. So you do, oh, we're tied with Perez, Ridings, and Driscoll. 2 people were not tied before that hole. Okay, we got another par 5. We can eagle this. Especially with this. Put some power on there. Boom. It's gonna break a bit. Wanted to be on the other side of the hole, but we made it. Really? Who else? Oh god. Who else eagled the hole? Oh, hold on. I'll continue the story in a minute. I want to see if... well, we aren't going to win this one because I guarantee you it'll be like, someone birdied it. It was us. We birdied it. It game tied and we're in play. Come on, guys. There's no way anyone but us eagled and then birdied. You know what I'm saying? No way. We're the only ones that can do that. Couldn't do it, ooh, that was bad. Couldn't do it earlier in the round, but did it here. In the playoff. Missed it, so we lost. Second. Yeah, whatever. Should have gotten first at the first hole. But, anyway. So I hit a really small gap wedge. Well, smaller than I should have hit, anyway. And, I guess we only got 6 points. That was weird. And it came up like 5 yards short. I was really surprised. Darren Clark. Oh, this is stroke play. But yeah, I was really surprised about how short it actually came up. And the one guy who, oh yeah, so the younger guy, he birdied the second. Put it to about probably 5 feet on his second shot, and then made the putt. The other guy parred the second. I doubled it, of course. So I hit my first one short. Younger guy hit his to the left, so left rough, just off the green. And older guy hit his on the green. I think it was a little long, I want to say. But obviously better long than short, because he's on the green there versus me, which was not. And I chipped mine to about, I want to say 2 feet. It was a decent chip. I was chipping actually pretty well. I hope I can keep it up for... Holy hell. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to make it. The putting really is kind of awful. And it has been since 2007. And the next guy chips it. He chips it real close as well. And the other guy misses his birdie putt. He was about 15 feet away, I want to say. So we all parred. Awesome. Move on to the fourth hole. This one, downhill, dog legs left. There's pond the whole way left and a creek about 30-40 yards before the green. Again, tees are moved up from where I usually hit, so the tee shot's not as daunting, because originally you can barely see any of the fairway from the blue tees. From the white tees you can see a lot more. Oops. And it's a little more open. So I don't know if, whatever, I'm just gonna keep it like this. Okay. So I go last because of my or no, I think I go second. No, I go last because I doubled the second hole. First guy hits it through the fairway into the woods. He ends up in a creek that's lateral, but it is sitting on top of like pebbles and stuff, so he can hit it. And does. He actually hits it out back onto the fairway. It was a great out for him. It was a great shot. Next guy, older guy, hits his again through the fairway. into the rough. We actually can't find his at first, and then we finally did. And I hit mine into the right rough as well. None of our shots did what we thought. We all thought we'll hit a small draw from where we are, you know, since this hole is water left, you don't want to go left. So you start it to the right, have it come in a little bit, you know. Oh, this is more than 3 holes. So the one guy, like I said, just chips it out of the little creek. The other guy, what does he do? Lay up. He has to lay up. There's a tree in his way, so he can't get it over the pond safely. You know. I really have a small 9-iron in, not quite a pitching wedge and not a full 9. So I choke down, hit my 9, and thin it. So it goes into the green side bunker. I'm like, God, I had such, you know, really an easy shot. It was basically a 9-iron pitch. That's all I really needed to do. And so they both hit their next shots. They both hit them on the green. I hit my sand, but shot actually pretty good. I'm left with probably a 6-7 footer. It was probably like it was at least a 30-yard bunker shot. I was like, oh God. I don't really practice out of the bunkers because there is no practice bunker except for one that's like on the side of the range that I don't trust. I don't trust there not to be rocks in it, so I don't practice out of it. And it's not next to a green, so I don't know how my shots would react. So I hit a good one anyway, but I missed my par putt, unfortunately. And let me just say too, my putting was actually good today. The second hole was just a dumb mistake where I rushed my putts. I actually was putting decent. But anyway, I think they all missed as well, and so we all bogeyed the hole. Oh, that was awful. And to be fair, it is a tough hole if you're not in the fairway. So right now I'm sitting at 2 over because of my stupid double. You know, I got lucky and birdied the first hole. So the next hole's a par 5, again from the white, so it's a little bit shorter, maybe only like 10 yards, or no, might be 20 yards shorter. I do the same thing I would do. I hit a hybrid off of my 3 hybrid off of the tee box, hit a little bit of a draw. I'm in the fairway, 250 away, pins in the back. I'm like, okay. And I have a relatively flat lie, which you really never get on this hole. So I got lucky. So I'm like, okay, if I hit another 3 hybrid, I know that I can get it either there or close. If I hit it good. You know, they're both in the right rough. So I'm like, alright, if I hit this well, I got it. But unfortunately, I don't know, I just hit it really weird and it ended up short and in the left rough. I still have like, oh yeah, I forgot this is a tournament. I still have probably 90 yards in, something like that. The younger guy's in the same spot I am, pretty much, a little bit closer. Oh no, he's a little bit further away. The other guy had it laid up nicely in the fairway, which, you know, what I should have done instead of really trying to go for it. Ooh, I didn't mean to hit that full. Usually when you take a full swing without power, it doesn't go full at all. That one did for some reason. But anyway. So we're all hitting our third shot. And we all three hit the green. So I two-putt. I'm a good distance away. I didn't hit the greatest. What? Oh, we have our loft wedge in hand. I didn't hit the greatest sand wedge. Kind of pulled it a little bit, so I left myself with like a 20 footer for my birdie. And I'm just thinking, you know, on average, my loft wedge and sand wedge, I usually leave myself. Ooh, that was awful. Why did that only go 95%? I hit it with power. I usually get them within 15 feet every time. But for some reason, I was pulling a lot of my wedges. And usually, if I pull anything, it's like a hybrid. But anyway, I think we all parred it. No, the younger guy, I think he actually bogeyed it. I think he three-putted. Ooh. I did not think it was gonna run on that much. Run on for a long time. Anyway, the next hole is a shorter par 4, but you have to either hit iron or try to take a huge cut around the dogleg right. What I normally do is take a 5-iron and then I have a wedge or a 9-iron, something like that in. So I do the same thing, take my 5-iron. Hit a good shot. Literally all three of us are within like 5 yards of each other. I figured right as I was gonna hit it, I was like, it's probably not breaking that much. But anyway, it was me first. Yeah, it was me first. They all hit like a 3-wood, or yeah, I think they all hit a wood. Oh, that was bad. I figured my power would get me past the wind, but it did not. And I decide I'm gonna choke down on my 8-iron, hit a draw in there, and you know it's gonna be a little low runner because the pin was in the back, and you don't want to go long. A full 8-iron was too much, but I didn't want to risk trying to hit a full 9 and pulling it, or just doing something crazy. So I wanted to hit a controlled shot. So I did almost exactly what I wanted, except it didn't draw. I went dead straight, but I did pull it a little bit, which turned out to be perfect. That was about, I was on the fringe, but I was only like 12 foot away from my birdie. And when I took my practice swing for my putt, they were fine. So I went to hit my putt, took it back, and it hit like a clump of grass. So I stopped, reset, hit it again, and I was an inch short from birdieing it. Because that's what I need to do more of. If I'm not comfortable or if something happens, just stop and reset. Because I'm not good at doing that. No spin. Yeah. Again, I knew even before I hit it that time that it wasn't breaking. I just didn't care to move it. So another par. And at this point I'm thinking, alright, putting's not bad. I've hit some really decent shots. I really haven't hit any really bad shots. I had a bad putting experience on 2, but that's past us. That was awful. So we go to a par 5, and again, no matter where you tee off of on this one, you can't hit driver. Because at about 260, there's a pond. And you'd have to carry it 350 to get over. Maybe even more than that. But, so I hit my 4 hybrid again. Been hitting it good. Off the toe, but good. And I strike it solid. Unfortunately... Oh. Well, it said if I hit it full, whatever. I'm not even gonna try to argue with this game, because then you do stuff like that. Unfortunately, this one was pushed to the right. Luckily, it does hit a tree and just come straight down. So I'm like, because if not, it could have went OB. Because at our course... at our course, OB is decently close once you get into the woods. No holes connect like at a lot of courses. Or no holes are, you know, next to each other. So, and then, you know, I get to my ball and I have to punch it out, but you have to get it far enough, you know, in the air to get over the pond. Because, like, if I punch it out and... Ooh. That went really far. If I punch it out, you know, and don't try to go over the pond, you know, my third shot is still, I can't make it to the green. So I'm like, alright, I'm going to take my 4 hybrid again, and I'm just going to try to punch it to 150 yards. Should be no problem. Oh. I need to practice my punch shots because I set up for it. As I go to hit that ball, my shoulder drops like a rock. And you're talking fat? Oh my god. It goes 40 yards and stays in the woods. So I have to punch out with my 5-iron, get it over the pond, in the rough. I'm like 120 away. I'm just like, I'm done with the hole. So I hit a really small gap wedge. You know, get it onto the green. Unfortunately, ooh, what the hell? It's 25 foot away. You know, lag it up there, get it in for bogey. I'm thinking, you know, it's 2 par 5s, par and bogey on them. Not doing great. Trying to think of what they did. I know par. I think they all three, both of them parred it. What am I doing? Ooh, what does a? I'll go with a small flop. Bad idea. That was a really bad idea. I was gonna say, when you're chipping like a god, don't matter. So the next hole is hole 8. Longer par 3 from the blues. It's only like one. It's pins in the back. It's 188 to the pin, 180 to the middle. So I'm thinking my 7-iron is way too far for this. My 8-iron would be perfect. But again, I have that fear of hitting a full one. That was a great shot. Chip-in monster, it said. Of hitting a full one and, you know, pulling it or really drawing it like crazy into the woods of the rough. So I do the same thing. I choke down on my 7-iron, put a little draw in it, hit it pure. 3/4 shot, just pure. And what does it do? It hits hole high and runs off the green into the rough. I'm just like, come on. So the chip itself is only about 3 yards long. Like, it is a short chip. I chip it, and about 2 feet. Make my par. I'm good with that. Awesome. I birdied it the week before with from the blue tees from 188 yards with a 6-iron. I hit that to the back of the pin. No, it was 190 something yards. Hit it to the back of the hole. Or back of the green. It made like a 12-footer for birdie. Then hole 9, which literally everybody dreads. They both part. Oops. I bogey it. I hit a decent hybrid into the fairway. Unfortunately, I pushed my second shot right into the rough and actually did hit a really good recovery shot from there, unfortunately, because I had to hit it basically like a sand shot because it was on some really fluffy grass. I don't know what it was, but it was sitting up on some fluffy stuff. And it just landed and stopped. So I'm like, okay, I got this for a par. Come on, make a putt. Make a putt. I didn't hit it. It was right on line, but I just didn't hit him. Just afraid of hitting it too hard. Bogey. Next hole was a par 3. From these tees again, I have a smaller gap wedge, a little bit uphill. So I choked down on my gap wedge and just hit a full choke because it's about 135. And I fly it about 2 yards past the hole. It hits a ridge and comes back down hole high, but it has a lot of break to it. And again, this one right on line, just didn't hit it. And I was just like, oh, I could have got, that bogey from the 9th hole back. Next hole. Another hole that I dread, the 11th hole. It's 601 yards from the white, 641 from the blue. So this is the first time I pull out my driver, pull it left into the woods. Nobody, not one of us sees it, so I hit a provisional. Pull it left, this time it hits a tree and we see it drop down. I get lucky, we find it, the first one. I try to punch out, did a horrible job with my 3 hybrid. Do it again with my 3 hybrid, this time do a great job and get it to about 140 yards. So another small choke down gap wedge. Hit that to about 12 feet. Unfortunately, missed that one. And that's a bogey. And from where I was in that hole the whole time, I'm okay with that. Wow, that was fast. I'm gonna play another tournament, and then that'll be it for the video. But, next hole, shorter par 4. It is 320 yards, something like that. Oh, this one, the Sportsman. I don't want to play in this. What do I have to do to get this? Reach last 4. Damn it. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. I guess we'll do it. Match play against... Oh, it said last winner was Woods. I thought we were playing against him. Sorry, I keep having to mute myself and clear my nose up. Might have to do it again because I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. Wow. You know, it's I just need to take sneezing breaks more often, I guess. Good God, I got up right when I paused the video, or paused the game, and immediately just started sneezing like a maniac. Ooh. I got up, blew my nose, and then just like, it was like a assault rifle of sneezes, just bam, 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 bam. I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop sneezing. Jeez, there was no stopping it unless you made it, to be honest. Blew my nose, sneezed some more. Nothing was coming out. I don't know what I was sneezing. But anyway. Oh. Anyway, that's why I wasn't hitting my driver all day, because for one, you really don't need it if you're playing off the white tees. And two, I had been pulling it the last time I played a lot. And it was getting me in all sorts of trouble. So I decided, you know what? For the tournaments, I'm going to put it away. Until I really need it. Ooh, where is he going? So I'm still going to have to mute myself every once in a while, because once it starts, I tell you what, it really don't stop. He's smiling like a maniac. But anyway, hole 11. Like I said, it's another shortish par 4, about 320. But again, about 100 and... No. About 240. 240, 260, somewhere in there. There's a creek. The whole left side, there's a creek. And, oh, jeez. What am I, a centimeter? So, both the guys are in the fairway. No, one's in the rough. One's in the fairway. So I'm hitting my 5-iron. I always hit it on that hole. I usually hit a cut swing. I can't hit a cut, but if I hit the swing, I'll usually hit it straight and it won't, draw. Because again, left side there's a creek. You don't want it to draw. So it drew. But luckily it just went into the left rough and not all the way to the creek. Anyway, the younger guy got on. The older guy was a little bit short. I had about, I want to say 100 yards to the pin out of the rough. Ooh, that's bad. But that was fantastic. And so I choked down my sandwich, tried to just get it there, somewhere on the green. And I didn't really thin it, but it felt like it. It went really low. It was a really weird shot. I'll say that. But, it was just, a yard or two left to the hole. And it landed either right on the rough or the fairway. I can't remember which. It got just a good bounce, or not bounce, but a good roll onto the green. About 8-9 foot from the hole. Now the only unfortunate thing was it was a big left to right breaker. The good thing is I play those better than straight putts, because the straight ones I think break, and they don't. So the younger guy, he got it on the green, but he was, probably 15 foot past the hole, and when you're past this hole, it's no good because you're going straight downhill. He hits it and goes about 4 or 5 feet past the hole, I think. Oh, it's too far. Nice. Don't need all that power, but I need more than 94. Good God. I used power. Why would you not go 100? Well, we could have easily won after that. But anyway. So he hits it past the hole and actually doesn't make it back, so he bogeys it. The older guy chips it up pretty nice, pars it. And I actually make the birdie putt. I'm like, yes. Got back that bogey from the last hole, now I'm level par through, or level par on the back 9. I'm like, yes, just stay there. I'm thinking you only have one hard hole coming up. Just do your best, par it, maybe get another birdie or two if you can. There are a couple of easier holes. The next one, again, it's a shorter one. If I hit my driver, and the blue and the whites are the same distance, basically. If I hit my driver, I should only be a wedge out if I hit it good. So So I take my driver. Again, I'm not hitting it good, but I'm like, maybe this is the one. I can't putt that. And it's better. It's better than the previous hole that I hit my driver on, but it's still a little bit left in the rough. Just barely, though. It almost got out. And so, yeah, and the other guy was in the they were both in the fairway. I was probably about 164 up the hill in the rough, so you want to say probably about 172, 173, something like that. So like I can hit a full 9, or I can do the same what I did with the 7-iron and just choke down the 8. Try to hit a little, kind of like a little pitch. And again, not again, but I'm on a side hill lie as well. The ball is below my feet. So I hit it, and I hit it real low, but I hit it good. There's a truck outside my house. I hit it good. It hits before the green and just rolls on. I'm thinking, all right, it probably didn't make it all the way back to the hole because the hole's kind of in the back. But, it's at least on the green. Lo and behold, I'm 8 foot from the hole. I'm like, wow, I'm getting lucky today. Because the pin was on top of a second tier of the green. And it rolled all the way up that. Again, unfortunately, I just missed the putt because I thought it was straight and it broke. So a par. Wow, did you see that 96% shot go like 110%? I mean, what are the point of having percents on your shots if they absolutely make no sense? So we get to the next hole. And this one, again, from the blues, it's pretty tough because if you don't hit an absolutely perfect drive, you're either 200 yards away, you're on an insane downhill lie, or you're perfect and you only have about 95, 100 yards in. It's one of the two. It just really depends on your bounce from the tee. Because once you get to about 240, 250, it gets to a really steep downhill slope, but it doesn't always go all the way down that slope. It usually stops in the middle, unless you hit on that slope. So luckily from the whites, it's a lot easier to get down there. So it's the only good drive I hit that day. Hit it right in the middle, boom, great drive. I'm 95 yards out. The younger guy hits it out of bounds off the tee, goes way right. Older guy's in the right rough. So the younger guy makes another double. Because he has to re-tee it, of course. I hit a mediocre sand wedge, kind of pull it again. And it's hole high. But on the fringe. And the ball is right in between rough and fringe. But I'm only like 12 feet away from the hole, I don't want to chip that. That's a really hard chip. So I putt it, and our fringe isn't great, so you don't know what it's really gonna do out of it. So I hit it. It's a foot from the hole. Boom, tap in par. Boo-hoo, should have been a birdie. Who cares? The next hole is one that most you will dread it if you're from the blue tees. From the white tees, it's not that bad. It's what I should have done was hit a hybrid. Whoops. And then just had a wedge in, but I didn't. I tried to hit driver. Absolutely atrocious. Club twisted in my hand. I hit it off the toe, but guess what is in the fairway? Again, I mean, golf is all about your mishits, right? How did I get over here? I don't even remember. Wow. That putt made no sense. Oh, I'm thinking, okay. Okay, that just rolled right over to the hole. Cool. Nice. Well, you won this one, Jim. So I'm thinking, okay, I have 115 to 120 to the hole. 115 to clear a bunker, 120 to get, on the green where you want to be. So I'm thinking, if I hit my sand wedge, I have to hit it perfect to get, near the hole. I think it's like I got to take a lot off my gap wedge. Shouldn't have done it. Should have just hit a full sand wedge. Tried to muscle it up there. Because I try to take too much off of it and just drop my shoulder again and hit it fat. And it only goes like 70 yards. I just can't believe it. And this green is really hard. If you're past the hole, it's straight downhill. If you're below the hole, you got an uphill putt. But if you're left or right, you got an insane breaking, side hill lie. So I pitch it a little far. Miss the putt, get a bogey. I'm thinking, damn. There goes my level par, but we got what do we got? We'll do the next one as well, and then we'll end it. (16, 17, and 18). We have 3 holes to go. 18 is a decent chance at a birdie. And so is 17 if you hit a good drive. Because 17 is a shorter par 4. So we go to 16. Why'd that go so far left? What's the wind? This is 16 par 3. From where we are, it's about 170. Whoops. 174, a little downhill, so about 170. Oh yeah, the wind's 10 miles an hour. Awful. Should have hit power or something. So the younger guy hits. He's short of the green. I mean, not by much, but he hit it. That was awful. Then the next guy goes, and I thought he went in the hole because you couldn't see the ball once it got onto the green because of the sun and the shade. Yeah, there was no chance. It was either make it or you're screwed. Luckily, I made that. And there was construction going on to the left of us. And I heard what I thought was it hit the pin, so I was like, did that just go in? Did I just witness a hole in one? It didn't. It was by the hole about 8 feet. You just couldn't see the ball at all. Whoops. Okay. And then I choked down on my 9 and just hit a little 3/4 one because a full 9 would go way too far. It's a little bit right. I was hoping it was going to draw in a little bit, but not as much. It didn't draw as much as I wanted it to. I can't flop that. Yeah, I knew it was gonna hit that tree. It was gonna hit that tree no matter what I did. So it was about pin high, just right side of the green. Almost make the putt. Almost make it. But alas, I didn't. So par. So par, and I think everybody parred that hole. So the next hole is hole number 17. This one is 300, and I think it's like 360, but it's straight up the hill. I'm not hitting driver because there's a creek left, and except for about a yard or two of rough, it's straight woods. But all I really need is my 4 hybrid and a 9-iron or pitching wedge from the whites. So I hit my 4 hybrid. For some reason, again, I push it a little bit to the right. It's in the right rough. I'm thinking the tree's going to be in my way because the tree in the right rough a little bit ahead, but it wasn't in the way, really. The older guy got lucky, got left rough. The younger guy got fairway. So I hit a really small choke down 8-iron. I'm about 165 out. Because again, it's straight up the hill in the rough. Pins in the back. So I'm really probably about 175. And it lands before the green and shoots up hole high. Again, I'm only about 10 foot from the hole. I'm just getting lucky with the bounces and rolls, I guess. Okay, so I'm on hole high. The younger guy hits his wedge a little bit too far and it just rolls into the rough. And then he only has 5 yards to the hole. Those are always very hard to do, but he's been chipping it really well. The older guy actually chipped one in for birdie on one hole on a par 3? No. I can't remember what hole it was. But everyone's been chipping it pretty well. I'm the only one that hasn't come close to getting it in. And this is another one of those putts I really just didn't see any break, and it broke. It broke literally probably inches from the hole. So I mean, there really wasn't much, and I just missed it right there. So a par. Kind of like that right there, a par. The younger guy kind of dusts his chip, and again, it's really difficult to chip it only, 8 feet, and then let it run out. It's really difficult. Misses the putt, he gets a bogey right there. So we go to the 18th hole, which again, there's a lake, or just a big pond. I don't know which. The entire way left. There's a pond right before the green, and then if I hit my driver from the white tees, there's a tree in the way, so I can't hit my driver. It's in the way if I want to go at the green, and I can go at this green. This is the only par 5 green I can consistently go at in 2. Jeez, man, what? I absolutely hate it in these golf games when they try to make the course tough by literally just putting them on little points of the green, which you would never ever put the pin at. Whoops. Like, never in your life would a tournament put a pin so much on a point to where it's literally impossible to stop unless you made it. It's stupid. But anyway, so I hit my 4 hybrid, and I hit it really well. Everybody actually hits it really, really well. Older guy is in the fairway, he lays up. Then his layup gets just before the green, he chips on, makes par. Younger guy, he hits his drive. Hit it decent, but it did go into the right rough. And so he laid his up just before the green, because it's in the rough, you don't want to try to go for it. He's well past me, because remember, I hit a hybrid. A 4 hybrid to his driver. Pitches it on to about 10, 12 foot. He makes his putt. It's a great putt that he made for his birdie. He shot a 81 9 over. I am 190 yards to the middle of the hole. 190 clears the pond. I'm about 200 to the hole. I was thinking my 7-iron can get me over, but if I mishit it even a fraction, I'm in the pond. Probably. I said a 6-iron can get me there. A 6-iron, I'll at least get over that pond, if I hit it right. I was thinking 5-iron, but off the ground, I tend to hit it a little low. So I didn't want to do that and risk. I mean, come on, man. The putting is atrocious. I didn't want to hit it too low and risk having it either draw left into the hazard or go too low and not get over the pond. I didn't want to hit my 4 hybrid because I'd fly the green. And, you don't want to... The pin was in the front. You don't want to hit towards that pin with the pond only about 5 yards, past the hole. Or past the green, I should say. So I wanted to go for it because I was... Sorry. I was like, I don't want to lay up because all I'm going to be doing is laying up with like a wedge or a 9-iron and, going for it anyway, which I was thinking, I'm 5 over, a birdie gets me to 4. I haven't played this good in a long time. I was thinking if I do hit it into that pond or a hazard, I can still par it from there. Hit a good recovery and just make the putt. So, I hit my 6-iron, and I don't really hit it bad, but I push it to the right, and I'm aiming a little bit right because of it if I draw it, which is my natural thing, is a little bit of a draw. I just push it right into the corner of this pond, and I'm just so pissed at myself. Because I'm just thinking I could have laid it up, possibly got a birdie, guaranteed par, And now I'm struggling for a par. So anyway, I drop it. It's the same stuff I was in on the 9th hole. It's just weird stuff you're kind of sitting on top of. And I probably have like 40 yards to the hole. How did it go that far? It was uphill. But anyway. I kind of flop it over there. And it goes right next to the younger guys. And unfortunately I missed the putt, get a bogey, but I'm 6 over. So the older guy shot only 3 over. He played fantastic. Except for the first hole, which he doubled. He played a terrific game. Just fairways and greens. And when he wasn't on the green, he was a chip away and always got those up, usually got them up and down. He played fantastic. I shot 6 over, which I haven't shot that good in a while. Probably not since the last year's like Ryder Cup type tournament. And the younger guy shot 9 over. So we get we got the tee times for the next day. It's the same exact pairing, same tee time, 9 o'clock, and it's us 3. I'm the second one to tee off. Older guy is first because he had the better score. Younger guy is last because he had the worst score. And even with us technically being scratch and him being a 2, if I actually have a decent chance of winning if I'm able to shoot. If I'm able to shoot my best round of 4 over, I've never shot that low. But if I'm able to do that, I can almost guarantee I win. Because in tournaments, I'm actually really consistent if I, tournament to tournament. I'm not consistent at all when I'm just playing random rounds. But yeah, I'm not consistent when I'm doing that at all. So, and if I can get 4, that's a 10 over for 2 days. The older guy. The only reason I say this is because the older guy he shot 3 over, so I'm 3 back. Um, and even he said, I haven't been that good in a long time, and it's kind of true. I played with him a few times, and I usually do shoot better than him, but and the younger guy, he's three back of me. Even with his handicap, that's still 1 back. So I think if I can shoot 4 over, I have a good shot. I'm not saying I'm gonna win. I think I have a good shot. So anyway, that is some tournaments, some match plays, and a recap of my round 1 tournament. Wish me luck in round 2. That's gonna end this one. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.